Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Johnny. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about three dudes, booze, Japan, and the news. And today we have something completely different and very special. I am drinking delicious Japanese coffee. It's very early in the morning here in Japan, and there's only two dudes. And this is episode number 680. And one of the dudes that we have on the show today is a big, massively awesome heavy metal legend that I've been a big fan of for a long time. He's been on the show before. I'm completely freaking out right now. I'm trying to keep my cool, trying to keep it together. But ladies and gentlemen, faders, we will all want to welcome Lips from Anvil to Got Faded Japan. Lips.
Hello, everybody.
Man, thank you so much for being on the show again, dude. It's so great to see you.
It's good to be seen. What else can you say?
Oh man. So right now, of course, I'm in Japan, and where are you right now? Are you you could be anywhere on the planet
I'm in Toronto,
for the time
and
being.
it's actually thawing out today because it was minus 20 yesterday, and it's actually making it above freezing today, which is amazing.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But I grew up in Michigan, so I can kind of relate. Like, I know Toronto's way colder than Detroit, but it's just like
Hey,
it's
man, on the top of Mount Washington, it was 100 degrees below zero Fahrenheit.
I can't
They
comprehend
said
that.
it was colder on top of that mountain than on Mars.
That is insane. Did you have a
Yeah,
concert up there? Oh my
haven't been to
gosh.
Mars lately.
No. No, only the spiders have spiders from Mars. Oh my gosh. Well, don't worry, man, don't worry. It might be cold there, but when you come to Japan on March 2nd and 3rd, it is going to be very warm in Tokyo. It's going to be awesome, and you're going to fire up Japan. Oh
Oh,
man,
excellent. Why do you think that by then, I guess by then it's springtime, yeah?
it's it,
Springtime
yep.
beginnings.
It's kind of the beginning. It's kind of the beginning throes of spring, and yeah, March kind of warms up a little bit. April's pretty much like light jacket weather, and then after that it is the inferno. It gets really hot
Yeah,
and
oh, I
humid,
know.
as you know. Oh man, so yeah, you're on the show because yes, Anvil is coming to Japan. Faders, Anvil is coming to Japan again. This is awesome. And I'm just going to say this right now, and then I'll say it at the end of the show. But yeah, you guys are going to perform on March 2nd and on March 3rd at Tachigawa BABEL, and you're going to play at Shinjuku Zirco. Oh, wow, you're going to play Shinjuku Zirco. That's a great club, and you guys are going to play with Hell Freezes Over and Satanica. Oh, have you ever played with Satanica before?
Yeah, they're friends. Really dangerous. Good friend, man.
Those guys are so awesome. They got all the makeup on and stuff. They're kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
King Diamond. Oh man, dude, those guys are hardcore, dude. Great people, great people. Actually, both these bands are fantastic. Oh my goodness, these two shows are going to be so much fun. These two venues are super awesome too. Especially the Shinjuku one. The Shinjuku one is like right in the heart of Shinjuku. It's really close to Kabukicho and Golden Guy, where there's tons of heavy metal bars and all sorts of cool stuff happening in that area. It's really cool. Wow, man. So faders, mark your calendars right now. March 2nd and March 3rd, Anvil is coming to Japan. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so when you come to Japan, and this is going to be your fourth time coming to Japan? Third, fourth, fifth?
It could be fifth.
Mm,
It could
you're
be as many times as 5 times now.
that is awesome. When you come to
I'm
Japan,
I'm pretty sure it is. I'd have to really think about it. It's
oh, don't worry about it. But
yeah,
when you,
it could be even more. It's probably it's somewhere around 5 for sure.
okay, cool, very cool, very cool. When you come to Japan in your free time, what do you like to do here?
That's it's not like I get to go there all the time. It's walking around it's really fascinating.
Yeah, it's true.
I love walking around on the streets and doing the shopping and going in all the little places
Mhm.
and also the in the subways, I guess. I don't
Oh,
know that, you know, the tons of shopping. There's tons of places to go look at stuff.
oh my God. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to see here. And yeah, the city's
Yeah.
changed quite a bit since you've been to Japan and stuff. The Shibuya area, the Shinjuku area, they've really built it up. I mean, we've got like, I think like 3 new skyscrapers now. So yeah, it's really,
Wow.
yeah, it's gonna be a trip when you come here. You're gonna be like, yeah, I know this area. Wait, maybe I don't know this area. Whoa, what's going on?
Wow.
I feel the same thing. I live like maybe 5 minutes away, and when I go to Shibuya, I'm just like, how do I get out of the station?
Yeah, shit, man. It is wow. Talk about complicated.
Oh, yeah, it gets more and more complicated. The
Yeah,
longer you're here.
you gotta have someone who knows where they're going to take you stuff places, man. You can't just start wandering.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. It's pretty it really I find it really complicated and because you can't read what you're looking at, it all looks the same.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
think you oh, I'm by that McDonald's. No, you're at another McDonald's.
Eh,
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. There's McDonald's all over the place. It's at least you
Yeah.
didn't say Starbucks. There's, I think, 3 times as many Starbucks as there are McDonald's.
Yeah, so that really doesn't help for finding your way.
Oh, not at all. Not at all, man. Not at all. Oh, man. Okay, I've got so many questions, and I know your time is limited. It's really late there, so I'm just gonna jump into it. These questions are gonna be all over the place, and yeah, that's kind of like how my mind is, especially this early in the morning. All right, so okay, during the pandemic, it was very, very difficult time and an interesting time for a lot of bands, DJs, musicians, artists, and so my first question is, how did you guys like cope during the pandemic?
Well, we kept busy. We
Hmm.
kept busy by writing.
Hmm.
You know, that's the thing. We didn't sit around doing nothing. We wrote an album,
Wrote a whole
so that, you
good.
know there was things to do, and even although most people wouldn't, we traveled to Germany and recorded the album.
Nice.
So yeah, and it cost $1,000 each way to get tested. You know what I mean? And oh yeah, I mean, what it all that the pandemic did was cost more money for everything.
Mm,
Screwed up the world for that for probably forever now.
mhm.
And I mean, that's how I kind of see it. And I'm not even absolutely 100% sold on how much difference it made by doing what they did. I don't know. I
Mhm.
mean, I I got COVID right at the beginning.
Me too. Yeah, did you
Yeah,
lose your,
I got
smell
it
and
right
taste?
at the very beginning, like at the end of March in 2020 is when I got it.
December.
So and that was pretty bad. But I mean, I whatever. I got all my shots, and then I got it again. And the second time I got COVID, it the shots were worse than the COVID.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I haven't been worrying about it. You know, I'd say about a year ago, close to about a year ago, that's when I got it for the second time, and then
Mhm.
we started touring, and I started the show and ended every show in the audience, and
Oh,
I shook hands with literally thousands of people all over the world.
nice.
I didn't get COVID again.
You're immune.
I'm probably immune.
Oh,
I mean,
congratulations.
that is the only explanation. It can be the only explanation.
Well, I'm
And you're
happy.
talking about I'm doing this for
Mhm.
a year of doing it. We're not talking about it. I did it last week. I'm doing
Mhm.
it every fucking day,
I
right?
know. I
And
know.
it's like, where's the COVID? Hey, um, my bass player Chris has never had COVID to
Mm-hmm.
this day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some people never get it.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I've had it 3 times. I
Yeah,
think
right.
maybe even 4. Achoo, up 5. There we go.
Yeah, you don't even know that. Yeah, like that when you get it after you've had your shots and stuff, you've had way worse colds,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And
I
I don't know, man. It's like maybe I don't know. I don't know enough, and there are people that get sick a second and third time and get really sick. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I lost my smell and taste for 2 months. Yeah, and the only thing I could taste, this is crazy. I couldn't taste anything. Everything just tasted like matter, right? And the only thing I was able to taste was Jack Daniels, and it wasn't like the Jack. I know that's crazy, right? My sister told me about it. She's like, "You can still get drunk when you have COVID," and I was like, "Okay, cool." So I told my wife to buy a bottle of like beer and some whiskey or something. And so she got a little bottle of Jack Daniels and she got me a beer, and the beer just tasted like, well, it had no taste. It was like bubble water, right? And then the
Right.
Jack Daniels, you couldn't taste the good stuff, like the flavor or anything, but you could sense the ethanol, if that makes sense. So it's almost like gasoline. I was like, whoa, is this what whiskey really tastes like? Oh my God, this is nasty. Sorry. I guess Jack Daniels will never be a sponsor, but yeah, but anyway, I could taste like ethanol for some reason, which is really weird.
Yeah, no, the both times that I had it never affected my taste.
Or your vocals. You sound great.
No, I know that's not never had any problem with it. It didn't do anything to do with my breathing, but I had muscle spasms in my back and stuff like that. Things that
Yeah.
were excruciating. Just I don't know. I guess that's better than having your lungs go out on you. You know,
Oh,
I literally had to crawl to the washroom because I couldn't stand up. My back hurt so bad.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, so it definitely, you know, it wasn't a good thing.
Mm-hmm. No, not at all.
I'm you know, I think that it's going to take a while for the world to actually recover in the sense where people feel comfortable going out, being feeling safe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People will begin to get confident enough to
Mm-hmm.
buy tickets for shows
Mm-hmm.
without worrying about them getting canceled.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, in
I
Japan
mean,
right now.
these are things that are plaguing the entertainment business
Mm,
in all over the world. Is that, you know, they book bands and so forth in different countries and cities and so forth, and they expect people to buy tickets. But what has happened is because half the time the bands get sick on the road and then they cancel the shows,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
or or people are hesitant in buying tickets, so then the promoters cancel the show.
Oh.
So the people getting paranoid to buy tickets have good reason to be,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Because these things are happening, but at the same time that they're happening, when they don't cancel the shows and go through with it, the places are there's plenty of people,
Mm-hmm.
everything's fine.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying? It's just that people don't buy their tickets until the day of the show. It's just the way it is
So you
these
never know
days.
what's gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah. Well, in
Oh,
Japan.
yeah, and if it was me, I would do the same. You're taking a look, and it's going, well, it's not sold out, so I'm going to buy my tickets there. So it didn't sell out in 5 minutes, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll get my tickets there, and then they cancel the show because everybody figures that. And
That should be
those
illegal.
are the kind of things that are going on.
Wow.
I'm talking about this because I want people to understand
Hmm.
that it's okay. Go buy the Anvil tickets. We're going to be there. The people that we're doing with this are completely, totally solid. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have to worry about that it's going to get canceled. It is not going to get canceled. Okay.
Anvil doesn't cancel.
Well, no, not in Japan. It's not going to happen.
Oh, no, no. Well,
So what I'm going to say in this, and I think it's important for people to know that
mm,
and feel secure enough and feel comfortable enough. Go buy your tickets before they sell out. That's the thing, because it
mhm,
will.
mhm,
I'm confident. It's been 3-4 years since we've been to Japan. This is the second album that we've put out since then.
mhm.
I mean, we're well overdue.
Yes.
Well over. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's some mega fans in Japan. Like
Oh yeah.
when I went to your last concert, there's a dude that had a huge Anvil tattoo on his arm. And I was like, wow, because tattoos in Japan, they're starting to kind of become popular, you know. I mean, before it was all kind of like associated with crime or whatnot. But now, you know, like younger people are getting tattoos and stuff. And sometimes, you know, even younger people are getting
Oh,
tattoos
it's
like on their
becoming.
face.
Yeah, tattoos are so commercial now.
Well, yeah, in the
You
world,
know,
but in
you know what?
Japan.
There's a lot of things in this world
Hmm.
that were stigmatized and looked at as, oh, you're wearing tattoos. You're right. It was looked at criminals.
Hmm.
Girls with tattoos were hookers.
Really?
Um, oh yeah, of course. Only women in the 1940s, if they had a tattoo or even a bracelet, on the ankle.
Hmm.
Those things were considered, or a bracelet on, or a kind of bracelet on the a waistband.
Hmm.
You know how some women wear a chain around their waist. These
Hmm.
things are these things were looked at as that's, not in a positive way. You
No.
know,
Well,
you know what I mean? It's just it's a different world today.
oh yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
standards are completely different. Nothing is of the same as it was.
Hmm. Hmm.
Certainly the freedom of self-expression
Hmm.
is really much freer today than it's ever been.
Oh yeah, yeah. In
I
Japan
mean,
too.
but
Oh yeah.
having said that,
Hmm.
it's also created more tension. I really believe that too.
Yeah, yeah. There's
I
tension, I
think
guess.
there's an aspect that, yes, we've gained a lot of freedoms. Yes, we've become more modern in some senses, but in
Hmm.
other senses, it's made more tension in our society, and possibly more division.
Yeah, yeah. I guess so. You know, I mean, I'm living in Tokyo, so I mean, I see stuff on YouTube or whatnot, and I'm just like, wow, the world's going crazy again. It's always
Yes,
been crazy.
yeah, again.
When's it not been crazy? You know, I mean, when I talk to my uncles, you know, they talk about like Nam, you know, they're like, man, Nam was crazy. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess it was more crazy then. But yeah, what's gonna be crazy is when you guys come here, because I mean, yeah, I think a lot of the venues right now are just completely on fire because for the longest time in Japan, it was taboo to like go on to go to clubs and to go to shows. But
Well,
now since
no,
everything,
the doors are open. Come
the
on
doors
in.
are open. Oh
And
yeah,
everybody's going, oh man, finally.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding.
absolutely. And since the doors are open right now, kids are going crazy. Like I organize like a lot of rock and roll events like in Tokyo. And one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of really young kids are coming to shows because, you know, that for the last like, I mean, when they're in high school and probably the first couple of years of college, they couldn't do anything, right? And they got all that angst and they get all that energy. And so now they're going out. So basically at my venues, you know, I'm at the point where I'm like, I think we should start carding people because some of these kids look really young, you know, because so many kids are coming out and they just want to experience like music, good times, hanging out with people. And yeah, like shows are insane. I mean, it's crazy. And these kids have a lot of energy. And speaking of energy, I want to talk about you guys and your energy. Holy smokes. 2022, you guys traveled all over Europe, like almost every day, if not every, well, like almost every day, you guys are in a different city in a different part of Europe, and you guys were just performing nonstop. How was that?
It's awesome. To me, it's well, it's not like you got to understand, like people have to understand, oh, where do you get all the, it's to work for an hour and a half, 2 hours is
Mhm.
no big deal. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what the thing is, uh, the truth be told,
Mhm.
it's been a lot more difficult in this year than it's been in pretty much ever, in the sense that because of expenses, because of a lot of different things, and
Mhm.
still coming out of recovery from loss of money
Mhm.
from the tour that got canceled.
Yeah.
We had to go in on this one.
Hmm.
So what we did in order to, and the way that it actually ended up, and we couldn't find people to work for us
Mhm.
as far as crew was concerned.
Mhm.
So what that meant, that meant that every night I'm setting up my gear and pulling it down every night.
Whoa. Old school.
Old school. Yeah. Yeah. And in some cases, and if not every day, there was
Mhm.
certain amount of loading to do.
Mhm.
But when with all, everybody took part,
Mhm.
which was absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
And God only knows how we would have gotten through it in the UK, because the UK, the logistics and the what where the places that you're loading into have all got stairs,
Oh,
and you're
really?
going up and down stairs with Marshall stacks
Oh,
and
no.
bass rigs and
Those are
bass
heavy.
drums, and you fucking name it is going up and down these stairs, right? So it's um and thank goodness that the lovely support bands did just that. They helped us, we
Mhm.
helped them. It turned into a really, it was actually quite remarkable.
Cool.
And these things really cut financial corners, because you're saving, yeah, you'd have at least 4 crew guys who
Mhm.
are at least are going to be at least somewhere around close to $800, if not more, a week each guy, right?
Wow, it's good.
So there's no expense for that.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
So
these are ways that we were actually able and capable of being able to do it.
mhm.
Some people would say, you guys are nuts. Why would you do that? Well,
Mhm.
you would do that because that's the way that you've got to do it, because there's no other fucking choice.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
It's
you
part of
can't
the
be lazy.
business. Yeah.
You can't be lazy. And
Mm.
and you know, truth be told, it was no big deal. It really, not really, because like I said, you've got close to 10 people
Mhm.
moving equipment. How much equipment you got? It takes 10 minutes. 10
Yeah.
people, 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes. Like,
10
fuck. It's not,
minutes.
it's not like you're doing it all night, okay?
Yeah.
It's the, you know what, and that's what I'm saying. So there's
Mhm.
plenty of energy, because it's all done by tour bus.
Mhm.
There
Mhm.
is no driving,
Mhm.
and you sleep while we're traveling. So
Mhm.
you're getting the sleep that you need between the shows. So I mean, there's a lot that, you know, in the USA, we do grueling tours, but we have days off because we've got to travel distances,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
And for the most part, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and sometimes even Wednesday, there's no point in doing a show.
Yeah. Yeah. Only like 30 people show up or something. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no point in doing a show. So you might as well take the days off, because it's a lot of work to go do a show, right?
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Carrying all that stuff. Yeah. So let's.
And, you know, you get cheap motel rooms, and you sit there and you stew for a couple of days and relax. But I mean, that's the way that's what the difference is. But
Mhm.
in Europe, if it doesn't matter if it's a Monday night,
Mhm.
doesn't matter what day of the week it is.
They go
It's a
out.
Friday or Saturday night, no matter where the fuck you are or what's going on, because the people are, there's such a huge contingency and audience for metal. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter. and people make time. That's the other aspect in Europe. People make the time to go see you, regardless of what day it is,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
because you're that important to them in their life. It's priorities. It depends on where you are and what where we're talking about specifically for the USA. You're the people. It's not like that. People like convenience. They're really into the convenience. You know what I'm saying? And I work on Monday, Tuesdays, and when I'll go out on Thursday night. It's close enough for the weekend.
Yeah,
I'm
you can sleep
definitely
on
going
Friday.
out Friday or Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
And it's just it's the way of it is. It's just the way it is. It's not, you can't, you can try to fight against it. You can attempt to, but there are nights. Look at, I mean, we pulled into Wichita, Kansas on a Monday night, and you couldn't get another person in the club, and you're going, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a Monday night. Like,
That's
what the
awesome.
hell?
They love metal, man. They love metal. They love a good
Yeah, no,
show.
but
You
I'm
guys
just
put on a
saying
great
they're
show.
and this is the thing. When the agent goes around, he puts the seeds in to see who's calling for what day. So when Wichita goes, we want a Monday. He's going, well, why? He's going, oh, people love it. They want to come on Monday. Okay. So we get a Monday night.
Monday it
And
is.
unbeknown to me, I'm thinking Monday night, we're going in, We get there and it's, holy shit,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Fuck yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome,
exactly.
man.
And those are the kind of things that's the kind of stuff that you see in America that goes on, and sometimes you get a Monday night and it's packed, and you're going, I don't, it's unbelievable. Or then sometimes you get a Saturday night to go, where is everybody?
That happens. Yeah.
And that happens too, and then you find out that no one knew that you were there,
Oh my gosh.
and then that usually answers to why no one's there. You got to know the band's there.
Well, you're definitely going to be in Tokyo on the 3rd, March 3rd, and you're going to
Yeah.
be in Tachikawa on the 2nd of March. All right, faders. So yes, definitely mark your calendars. And I got a question about like downtime when you are traveling. And I was talking to a couple of like hip hop guys, and I was talking to them about like what they do in their downtime, and they said Dungeons and Dragons. And it was like the weirdest thing. I'm like, so what do you guys do in your downtime when you're traveling? They're like Dungeons and Dragons. I'm like, Dungeons and Dragons, like the board game or whatever. And they're like, no, it's more than a board game. And so I'm curious, what do you like to do when you're on the bus? Dungeons and
On the
Dragons?
bus.
Yeah,
On
when
the
you're like going
bus.
from one
Well,
place to another.
hopefully I have Wi-Fi, and then if I do, I'm usually looking at tons of videos and stuff on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I really get, particularly old stuff. I always look for vintage, anything vintage. I've seen so much of the stuff that I never got to see when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And that also includes stuff from before my time.
Like,
I got to actually, now I know what Glenn Miller looks like. I know what Artie
yeah.
Shaw looks like.
Okay.
I know what all the guys from the 40s look like. And I've watched them play, and I've come to realize some of the incredible talents from the past years that I had no idea anything about them. And because of YouTube, I've been seriously educated in music, in stuff that I never knew that existed, and to what level. I mean, it's great. I mean, so those are the kind of things that I'm more, that and I'm watching Star Trek.
Oh no. Oh god. See, you are kind of a nerd just like the rest of us, huh?
Well, yeah, I'm a Trek nerd. I mean, every day, every day. I watch them over and over and over again. I mean, the only Star Trek conglomerate I don't like is Enterprise. Or no, I know Enterprise is okay. It's Deep Space Nine. I'm not crazy about Deep Space Nine.
There's so
And
many.
it's like, well, it's like a soap opera. I don't know. It's
Uh, it just goes on and on. Oh
yeah.
man. All right. So, all right. The beauties of the internet. Oh man. Okay. All right. I got another question. This is abstract. You guys are traveling literally all over the world, all over Europe and Asia, and then as soon as you finish up with Japan and Asia, you're gonna go to America, and pretty much until like I think 3 months, you guys are just going to travel all over the country and just tour, tour, tour. And I'm curious, where do you guys get your energy, man? Like I saw your video, like badass rock and roll, and you guys were like teenagers. You guys were like teenagers, right? You guys are bouncing around and rocking and rolling, and I'm just like, man, I'm getting in my late. I'm not going to say my age, but I'm getting kind of up there, and I'm just like, six o'clock in the evening. I've got no
It's just
energy.
a number. If you look after yourself, if you
That's my
whatever.
question.
I
Yeah,
mean, I don't even know. I don't even know how you answer a question like that. It's like some people are lucky and some people are not so lucky. That's all.
whoa. Is it diet though? Like, are you guys like eating really well? Are you
Yeah,
getting a
I mean,
lot of
look at
sleep?
I'm going to be 67 in a few weeks.
God, you don't
Where's
look
my
it.
white hair?
You
Right?
don't look it at all. Yeah, right.
Like, where's my white hair? I mean, some things, some people are lucky, some people aren't, man. That's all. I have hair.
Ah, yeah. Let's not talk
That's
about
amazing
that.
as long
Yeah.
as it is.
Yeah, I've got an issue on my
Never mind
hands.
the color, just to have hair.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, I thought it was diet. Maybe you guys are eating like something like maybe drinking kombucha or something. But yeah, the energy, it's impressive, man. It's awesome. You guys got it. And I'm so happy that you have it, man. That is super, super cool. Oh, could you tell us about the music video, Badass Rock and Roll? Like, how was it to record that?
What, badass? And that's already ancient.
I know it's ancient. I haven't talked to you in like 4 years.
I
We're
know, but
catching up right now.
that's what that's 10 years ago.
Was that 10 years ago? Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
The time just flies. That's why you
yeah,
guys
that's
had all
like
that energy.
2013, man. That's 2013, man. That album you're talking about.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that
Yeah, so it's
question's
like,
out the window.
why aren't we talking about the newest albums?
Let's
There's
talk about
lots
the
of
newest
video. Come
album.
on, man. The video for Ghost Shadows almost got a 500,000 hits on it.
Let's talk about that.
That's
All right.
done a
So
lot better than Badass Rock and Roll.
I just saw that one this morning as I was waiting for you. I was like, man, look at the energy these guys have. I'm so impressed. 10 years ago. That's why. Okay. All right. The new music video. Okay. Tell us about that and the new album.
Well, the newest album is called Impact is Imminent, and it came out last May.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been out a while, and we've been riding its wave, and it's been great. It was really really well received album.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm from what I can tell,
Mm-hmm.
and what people say to me, So I mean, I can only go by that. What else have you got to go on? So I think that we really, in a certain way, as you would say, hit a chord. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. 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 That's
So
fantastic.
it's one of those albums. It's quite a lot of energy, huge amount of energy, and
You guys got it.
it's all there, man. I mean, we're staying relevant. I mean, here we are, a good 45 years into our existence. We're going in to record our 20th album
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
August. I mean, come on, man. We've done a lot of work.
It's pretty crazy, man. Yeah, you guys have just continuously just like released music, and the thing is like you guys do change with the times, but it's just like you guys get better and better and better. I mean, this is 13. I mean, that album, dude, it's one of my favorites to be honest. To be honest, all right. I know you've got the new album, you've got the older ones and everybody, but dude, "Bombs Away" for some reason is like one of my favorite songs, dude. So it's just I don't know, but the thing is like you guys continuously like release music and it just gets better and better and better and stuff, and you guys are just really unstoppable. You guys are like an anvil. An anvil can't be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? You guys are the anvil.
Yeah, well, we're certainly trying to last, and we will last as long as we can, and not change. Stay true to ourselves and our fans. going to get what people want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like when you go to the grocery store and you go and buy a certain brand of breakfast cereal,
Mm-hmm.
you expect when you pour it into your bowl to be that.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
You go get your Kellogg's cornflakes and you pour them out, it better be Kellogg's cornflakes that comes out of that box. Well,
It
it's the
better
same
be.
thing. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not any different
Mm-hmm.
when we buy our music. When
Mm-hmm.
you buy a when you buy a when you bought a Motorhead album,
Mm-hmm.
you know
Mm-hmm.
what you're going to hear before you've heard it.
Oh yeah,
It'll
definitely.
be shape or form or a new title or a new melody or whatever. But the
Mm-hmm.
bottom line is, without any question whatsoever,
Mm-hmm.
it sounded like Motorhead. It
Absolutely. 100%.
sounded like anything else. It's one of a kind, right?
Oh yeah, man.
And that's what you know. This music industry is crazy, and the fanatics, and the word fans comes from the words fanatics. They are fanatics, and some of them have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
Some have no clue what the hell they're even saying or what they're even thinking. In a
Mm-hmm.
certain sense, it's so almost bipolar in a certain sense. And where I'm going with this,
Mm-hmm.
why they ask the question of a band that has acquired its sound and direction and completely focused. They ask a band like that, why don't you change your sound?
Mm-hmm.
You think about how insane of a question that is. If you
Mm-hmm.
think about it from the perspective, if you were a manufacturer of a certain product, it would be like you've got a success with a certain product, and then somebody comes up to you, why don't you change the product?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be
Mm-hmm.
looking at them, what the hell are you talking about?
I think Coca-Cola did that once in the 80s. Didn't work out very well.
So it won't. It won't, and it never does.
Yeah.
And you know what? Flavor is again a sense, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
like your hearing is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we judge on our everything on our senses,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
So what would people be requesting for you to change to
Mm-hmm.
from what you got known for?
Mm-hmm. No, that'd be a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, like, where are you going?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where are you going? Like, my question is, what would you change to that you think would what's that going to do
It's
other
man,
than
you're gonna lose your
disappoint all
fans.
the people that have been buying your product?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's an improvement but it has to be an improvement
Mm-hmm.
that's within that's within the vocabulary
Mm-hmm.
and within the color scheme of what the whole thing is. In other words, it's still got to be attached to what you are originally. Well, even if you do change, it still can't be much of one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm a painter. I mean, as you know, you have one of my paintings, and yeah, you can't change your style too much because if you do, like when I do
And it's not
something
you.
really,
But the whole point is,
Mhm.
with art, is you're trying to acquire you,
Mhm.
trying to acquire an identity.
Mhm.
And it makes no sense to say, don't have an identity. After I've worked for, after I worked for 15 years acquiring the Anvil sound, somebody tells me, drop it.
Well, isn't that the
You know, it
beauty? Mm.
makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
That
Yeah.
makes no, the other thing is, the other thing is, uh, why don't you get a singer or
Huh?
get a somebody or get a different singer, right?
That's a really bad idea.
Yeah, well, and I'm going, well, wait a minute, that's the identity of, like, in other words, you don't like the band, so go
Uh-huh.
away.
Yeah,
To me, that's what you're saying, change the identity of the band, and you're going,
mhm.
well, why would I want to do that? You want me to do that because you don't like it, so
Yeah.
go away.
Yeah, they should
Among
listen to a different band.
the
Yeah.
only people who are relevant
Hmm.
in irrelevant in having a conversation to are
Hmm.
people that are actually understand what you're doing
Hmm.
and aren't saying go change it. They're saying I like what you do. It would be nice to hear something else,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
that's fine to say that. Let
Yeah.
me hear some more. Make some more of that.
Make some
That's
more of
fine
that.
too. When you're being told don't make that and make something completely that's not you,
Hmm.
that means they don't like what you were and
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. They should just take off
So
and
there,
get out. Yeah.
is their opinion, is the opinion that you're getting from them even worthy of listening to at all?
Hmm. Hmm.
Probably not.
Hmm.
You know,
Man.
people are going to ACDC. Hey man, you've recorded the same album 25 times, man.
Hmm. But I think people want to hear, like, I mean, the majority of
Of
people
course
want
they
to hear.
do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you see AC/DC, you want to hear Back in Black, You want to hear Hell's Bells, You that's what you want to hear. And you want to hear it exactly the way, I mean, you recognize it, You're just like, hey, you can like sing along and stuff, And so I mean, same thing with, I mean, you got to play metal on metal, right? So when you
Of
play metal
course.
on metal, oh,
Of course.
yeah, of course. Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, you got to do that because that's what people want. And then everyone's singing along and they're like, yeah. And then, like for like the next like month,
Yeah, it's like,
man, I saw
hey,
Anvil that was
I
singing
did
Heaven.
one, I did,
Huh?
I've done
Yeah.
one show in my entire career
Hmm.
trying not to play metal on metal.
What happened?
The bar owner came up to us into the change room at the end of the show and he said, get the fuck back up on stage and play metal on metal right now, or you're not getting paid.
And you did it.
And we did it.
Yeah,
So
you
there
did
was
it.
never been a show without playing metal on metal.
Oh my
It was
God. All
not
right.
on purpose, that's for sure.
Oh man, yeah, yeah, you can't get away from it. Oh man, okay. I got a question, and this is for one of our fans. It's for Awak6, and she wants to know Lemmy stories. Do you have any Lemmy stories? Lemmy loved Anvil. I mean, he's in the documentary. He's like, Anvil's a great band. Oh yeah, I love Anvil. And in Lemmy, dude, I mean, we all love Lemmy, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
Motorhead
of
for
course.
life.
I mean, actually, it can be quite endless. We
Yeah,
could sit here and talk for hours about the stuff that
yeah,
you know. It's it was quite my friendship with Lemmy was quite remarkable, and in the way, and at least the way that I perceived, he was like the older brother, the guy who did everything before I got there, so
mhm.
that he could tell me what to expect in the future.
Nice.
That's the kind of friendship it was. It just, you know, him telling me all the pitfalls, all the things that could and will go wrong. And I got to tell you, man, his wisdom was enormous, enormous. Really, really, really intelligent, intuitive, um, very, very well read, very well informed on many, many, many different subjects. I'm just telling you about the person who he was.
Yeah.
I mean, his personal choices of how he carried on as a person. That's it. That was his own business, and you would never, you can't really say anything.
Yeah.
I've got no judgment. I can't. He lived happily. That's a person who lived happily and lived day to day in his way and only his way.
Hmm.
He had lived with no regrets for anything he ever did. This is the kind of person he was.
Awesome.
I mean, the other thing is when he said it, he meant what he said. He said what he meant. Just one of those kind of guys. No candy coating.
Hmm.
No candy coating. If he had something to tell you, he'd right in on you, man.
That's
One
awesome.
of those kind of people, man. No, You know, no fooling around. But also at the same time, very, 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 very good sense of humor. Absolutely hilarious, hysterical. In fact, it just English humor, and many times it was over my head. I missed it. And he'd get a real laugh out of it because he'd think I'm so fucking wasted or something that I'm just not understanding him. And he's right, I didn't understand him. Sometimes I couldn't understand what he was saying, never mind what what it was, you know, I couldn't understand his English. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, yeah. I used to work with.
You know, sometimes when English people get talking, what did you just say? What?
Mhm.
What the fuck was that?
Smile
Trying
and
to
nod.
decipher what the hell was that? Like, and some of it are sayings that you've never heard before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're going, I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. And
Mm-hmm.
it's something Cockney or some kind of weird English stuff that he'd use, and you go, and he's killing himself laughing, and you don't know what it's the funny. You don't even know what's funny, right?
Yeah, I've been there. Been there. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. It's it's that kind of. I'm just talking about what it was like to hang out with the guy, and straight out, you know. I mean, the guys in his band. I mean, we're still friends. I mean, you know, mutual respect always has been, always will be. You know, it's just
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing. You know, Motorhead were like extended family. You know,
Mm-hmm.
between us, Raven, and Girl School, it's, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we're all really like family in Saxon, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like
Absolutely.
one big family like that.
Man, dude, thank you. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. Jumping around to a different question, completely opposite. If you all right, you've toured all over the world. If you could tour anywhere, where would you like to tour? Country,
At this,
city?
I love going places that I've never been
Mm-hmm.
if I get the chance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd love to do Haiti. I'd love to do. I'd love to play in Hawaii. Um, I'd play in Vietnam. Play in, I don't know. Lots of places, right?
Yeah. See, I was thinking,
It'd be great, man. But you can ask the big burning question: is there a metal audience for it? Don't know.
see, I was thinking Antarctica, just because there's never ever been a heavy metal show ever in Antarctica. So if you
No,
play that,
Metallica did.
did they? No, no.
Metallica
Did they?
set up and played for the Penguins.
Are you serious? Oh,
Yes, I'm serious, man.
there goes all my question. Oh, okay, never. Really,
Yeah,
Metallica did that?
from what I heard, I didn't see the footage, but
Uh,
they're apparently they went and they did like a half-hour set in Antarctica.
they did. So they're like the Simpsons. The Simpsons did everything, right? And so basically, Metallica's the same thing. Metallica's done everything. All right. I thought Antarctica, Mars. Oh, Metallica's been there too. Oh, great. Mm.
Well, they might if they
Oh
could
my.
get a if they could get a ship to take them there, they do it.
Well, when it comes to ships, it's probably going to be Iron Maiden. They got their own airplane.
Yeah, right. Bruce can Bruce can fly there.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's got the license and everything too. Hey, Lips, your microphone, I think maybe it got bumped or something. You sound like a little distant or something.
Oh yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
why. Nothing's moved.
nothing's moved.
No.
Oh, okay, well that's weird. All right, maybe it's on my end or something. Okay.
No, it does that for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it's
Oh,
not blocked. There's nothing. Haven't done anything.
you haven't. Okay, well anyway, yeah. So yeah, it just sounds a little distant. So when we listen to this in the future or whatever, it's gonna be a little bit weird. But don't worry about that. Maybe I'll try to figure it out in post. But oh man. Okay, all right. I know you probably it's probably really late there, so I'm gonna go through.
No, it's only 10 to 9.
It's only 10 to 9. Oh, we got all night. Oh, I thought it was like midnight or something.
Hell no. When I told you, there's no, don't worry about it. We're all good.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So next question. What is some advice that you can give to bands that are just starting off? Like, I mean, like I said, because of COVID, a lot of kids were inside, they couldn't go out and do anything, so they just stayed in their rooms playing the guitar, playing the drums, getting really good at their craft. And now they're actually getting bands together and they're going out. Like here in Tokyo, there's a lot of new bands. Me being like an organizer, I'm just like, wow, this is great. So what kind of advice could you give to the kids?
It's finding what we were talking about initially,
Mm,
finding identity.
identity.
And what's really the most important thing is your identity, and it not being like anyone else's, right?
Yep.
You gotta come up with something that only you can do.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
awesome.
if that means a unique sounding voice, a unique sounding riff, a unique sounding band, maybe the instrumentation, maybe you're using a flute, maybe you're using a lute, maybe you're using, I don't know, a mandolin. I don't know,
Mandolin.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But something that is unusual and takes whatever you're doing to a new place that hasn't been before.
That's
Then you've got a commodity that people are going to want to hear. You've got to have something that's new. And it's the most difficult thing to attain and capture.
mm-hmm.
But the only way that you're going to do it is by writing and becoming your own identity. It's the only way. It doesn't just fly in the window. You got to actually work at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and that means that not only do you have to come up with something unique, you got to come up with something unique with a bunch of other people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But that's what you got to do. If you really want to get someplace in the music industry in this world today, you need uniqueness. You need something that no one else has.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kind of like a dildo playing with the guitar.
Hey, it's yeah, well, that's one of them.
Dude,
One
that
of
was
my
awesome. I remember when you
Hey,
told me
it's
that
one
story
of
the
my
first.
things.
That was your
Yeah, but
thing.
that's one of my things. I'm talking about, that's just the presentation,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily the music, but
Yeah.
your presentation better be unique as well,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh
right?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
and you just gave a prime example as to why.
You were the first one on the planet to do that. Metallica didn't do that.
No, they did not do that,
They did not do that. They might have gone
and they
to.
probably never will.
Yeah, I don't think they will. Kirk Hammett's like, yeah, I'm too old for this shit. Oh man, that's so awesome. All right, this question is from one of our listeners, Sean Ellis, and he's actually been on the show many times. And his question is, have you ever played or toured with Rush?
No,
No.
no,
All right, right. That
and
was his question.
and I've never really met them either.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't either, to be honest. No, I hear they're really nice people, though. Really nice people.
I'm not. I'm sure they are, but
Mhm.
I would never know because I've never met them.
Not yet, not yet. Oh man. And another question is from Jay Holmes, and his question is, who designed the artwork for Legal at Last? Like, I guess he loves it. So.
It was our idea,
Mm-hmm.
and we had this guy Cliff put it together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we art direct,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like we decide what we want and tell the artist what we want. It's
That's
not like
easy.
somebody designed it for us. This is what we asked for.
Uh-huh.
Like Rob gets on the gets the guy there and he goes, "I want a glass bong."
Mm-hmm.
The guy goes, okay, a glass bong. Yeah, I want a glass bong that looks like an anvil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we went into all the descriptions of what all that was to be, and the guy put it together for us.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, Rob is actually he's a phenomenal painter. He released a book with a lot of his paintings and stuff, I think about 2 years ago or so. Has he
Yeah,
ever designed any of the records?
yeah, well, yeah, of course he has.
He has. Oh, that's
Well,
awesome.
yeah, but Anvil is that's his artwork,
No
and
kidding.
the Monument of Metal is
Ah,
also his from the that's also Rob's.
yes, yes. Great, great painter. Very, very talented. Very, very talented. I'm jealous. You can look in the background, you can see my paintings. They're okay. My stuff's okay. I've got my own style.
Yeah,
It's
but
getting better.
they look like your stuff,
They do. They do.
right?
You got one of my paintings too.
Yeah, that looks like your stuff. That's a see, you know what I'm talking about.
I know. Yeah, I do know. You got to be original. You got to do your own thing. You got to be your own.
Yeah, you got to find you, man. What's you? And there are things that make you you. And
Yep. Yep.
only you can do it. And that's
No,
how you cut through. That's how you make a difference in
that's how you
being there.
do it. Oh my gosh. Um, let's see. So let's see. Well, just hanging out with you. We've covered like almost all these questions. Okay, so what's next for Anvil? What are you guys gonna do in the next like 5 years? Are you guys gonna get on the whole NFT wagon, or are you gonna do like a metaverse show or something? Maybe that's something that hasn't been done in metal yet.
What the hell is that? I don't even know
I
what
don't
you're
know,
talking
dude. It's what the kids are
about.
talking about.
Okay, fill me in, and maybe I'll be part of it. Who
Oh,
knows?
I don't know. It's what the kids are doing. They get the metaverse, they put on the goggles and stuff. It's like a virtual concert kind of thing. I don't know. I don't think that they got the I think the technology's there, but I don't think it's like ready and good enough for people to really enjoy a concert. But the thing is, you can't enjoy a concert unless you actually go there. So I don't know.
Yeah, but no, we're too much of a real band in the sense
That's
that
good. That's good. Best
in the
answer.
sense that all of our music and our bed tracks, every fucking note is
Mhm.
played as a band.
Good. Good. Yes.
We
Yes.
don't go in and play the click tracks. We play as a band, like a
No
real band.
goggles. Yes,
That's
no
right. No
goggles.
gods.
No
That's right.
goggles, no headphones. Forget about that jazz. NFT is oh, I don't know. I do have NFTs.
No,
But anyway.
but it's important for people to know that it's
Hmm.
not it's not uh it's not a digital it's not a digital band. That's not what we do. We're
Hmm.
an analog band. That's what we are.
Good. Good answer.
I'm not
Awesome.
gonna. You don't put Rob through a quantifier and make it all linear. Why would you do that?
No, he
You
wouldn't do
wouldn't do
that.
that to John Bonham. Why would you do that to Robbo? Right?
No,
Come on,
no.
man. Well, you don't want to quantify drums. In other words, when you quantify things, and you can,
Hmm. Hmm.
if you can press a button on a goddamn computer, and
Hmm.
if the drums were slowing down and speeding up, they no longer do that. They stay
Yeah.
perfectly in time. They do not move at all. Well, that takes out all the human feeling, doesn't it?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Exactly.
and that's it. It sterilizes. That's what that does.
Yeah.
That's what it. You can and people. I won't. It's not a question of argument. It's not a question of. It's a question of how people perceive music. We're
Hmm.
human beings,
Hmm.
and when you perceive music that's being generated by computers, it's
Hmm.
not the same as listening to music that is generated from human beings playing a song.
Yeah. Yeah. But also, I was
And,
talking about.
and trust me, we all know the difference. We all know the difference in the
Mhm.
sense that why do you think we like a real live band?
Yep, yep, yep. And going to a real live show instead of like a virtual reality show. You get
Yeah, I
human
mean, when people
contact.
come to see Anvil, there isn't vocal adjusters.
Mhm.
It isn't being put through a vocal correction.
No,
That it's
no, no,
really me singing. I'm not. It's not being corrected, and I haven't got someone singing behind stage helping me out.
no, no, no. That's never gonna
No,
happen.
hey, this is the shit that is going on out there. Okay.
I've seen
Like
some
the
stuff on
really
YouTube.
big
Yeah.
bands, and this is how they achieve to have perfection, at least as far as what it sounds just like the record. Of course it sounds just like the record because it is.
Yes. I
And
like
these
it when a
guys are
band.
playing, they are playing to their record like you make a video. Okay, like I will explain very, very simply.
Okay.
When we did the video for Ghost Shadow, that's for the newest album,
Yep.
I performed the song. I performed the song, and
Hmm.
they filmed me performing the song to the song.
That's the way you're supposed to do it.
I wasn't faking. In other words, I wasn't really faking it. I was really playing all the parts,
Hmm.
and I
Hmm.
was really singing.
And sweating and yeah.
And yeah, all of it. I was really performing the song in order so that when the camera's filming me, that it looks like I'm performing the song.
That's why Anvil rocks, dude. That's the thing, man.
I know,
Anvil ain't no
I mean,
joke.
it sounds like really obvious stuff, but
Hmm.
what happens is that's how bands are performing their live performances.
I know. No names, no names, but yeah, we know a lot of
Oh
them.
yeah,
Yeah, it's all on
they're
YouTube,
doing
but
all,
yeah.
they're splitting, they're jumping around, they're doing everything that they would do,
Hmm.
and they
Hmm.
might even be singing, but
Hmm.
what you're actually hearing is the album
Hmm. Hmm.
with them playing along to it
Yeah,
or
it's
singing along with it. Their
hmm.
voice is really there, so you actually hear. You can even hear a little bit of the out of tuneness because no one sings precisely exactly the same twice.
Yeah.
So even when you sing to yourself, you can hear it wavering slightly because you're not a fucking machine.
Hmm.
You generate a note
Hmm.
that's all around the note,
Hmm.
including the, that's what everybody does. That's what singing is. You're
Yeah.
not a machine. You're not a guitar. My throat is not a guitar string. It's a throat, right? So
Yeah.
the waveform that comes out of it is not a skinny little thin line. It's got some width to it. So there's
Hmm.
a bit of yeah. So when you put track on track on track, you can hear that it's getting thicker, and what makes it have that appearance is everything is slightly a bit out of time and a bit out of tune.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's how you can tell there's two things,
Yeah.
because if they become identical, they cancel and there's nothing there.
Hmm.
Anyway, so this is what these bands are doing. They're actually performing, but they've got they're calling them the backing tracks, but the truth is they're the backing tracks, and the lead vocal is from the album.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, if you're
Well,
gonna perform, you gotta
but
perform,
but
man.
but having said that, like
Uh-huh.
you said at the onset earlier on, we love to hear the song the way it's supposed to be, this song that we love.
I did say that.
And most people, when they're at those shows, they're
Hmm.
so blown away by the fact that they're seeing the famous guy that sang the song standing
Hmm.
there singing the song.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah, that's true. But I kind of like it when a band.
Whether it's really his voice coming through the PA or not,
Yeah, that's
it's still
true.
him standing there, right?
That's true. They saw the person. But I kind of like it when a band makes a mistake, like when a string breaks or somebody like sings like out of or just maybe changes the words a little bit. I mean, because that makes that performance special for you. It's a very unique performance because then you can be like, oh my God, when I saw Anvil and this happened, it was so awesome. Or they sing the song, but because it was like a holiday or something, they changed the words to this or whatever, and
Yeah,
everybody.
but you know what, for me and for Anvil,
Hmm.
most of the performances are virtually identical to each other. But what
Hmm.
is extremely unique
Hmm.
is the transition between one song and the next,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
the electricity and the vibe
Yeah.
between me and the audience. It is different every fucking night.
Nice.
because different people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's
And
right.
that's what makes it unique. There
Mm-hmm.
is no two identical shows. There's no such thing because the people are they don't have a living twin. And
Yeah.
even if
Yeah.
it did, they would not react the same way 2 nights in a row. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's never really the same.
Never the same. Oh
No.
man. Okay, well, on that note, oh man, you covered all my questions. Well, we had such a great time. It's been over an hour. Uh, Dude, Lips, thank you so much. Once again, Anvil, Faders. Anvil is going to be in Japan on March 2nd and on March 3rd, okay? On March 2nd, they're going to play at Tachikawa BABEL, great venue. And then on the 3rd, they're going to play at Shinjuku Zirco. And that's right. It's right in the heart of Shinjuku. It's in Kabukicho. I'm going to be at that show for sure. And Faders, definitely get your tickets now. Anvil is coming to Japan. Lips, where can people buy merchandise? Is there like a special website that you guys have, just your main website, or like for people to get like the new CDs, the new albums, t-shirts and stuff?
Well, actually, what's been happening is you have to keep an eye on our and look on our Facebook page. That's where
Facebook?
Rob puts up what he calls links
Mm-hmm.
for to buy it, and it says worldwide shipping, and that's precisely what it is.
Yep.
But when you order it and look at it, it looks like it's saying that the shipping is included, but only to Canada. That's not the case.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
Rob
Mm-hmm.
is it's just the way that the PayPal thing is showing. It's not our service. It's
Yep.
what they think our service is, but our service is for anywhere in the world.
It's anyway. Yeah, no, I got your CD, Legal at Last, a couple of years ago, the autographed one, and that was sent to
Right.
Japan. That was sent to Japan like 5 days. It was crazy how fast I got that. But yeah, man. So worldwide, yeah, you guys can ship anywhere, possibly even Antarctica.
Yeah. I can send the Penguins some Anvil.
Apparently, they like metal.
Yeah, well, they had Metallica. They'd really like them.
Yeah. You think if you went down there,
They
they're all
had a
wearing like
bird's eye.
Metallica shirts?
They had a bird's eye view.
Really? Ah, I got that. That's a Lemmy joke.
Yeah.
Oh man, Lips, thank you so much, man. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you, man. It's gonna be great, dude. Thank you so much for doing this. Faders, thank you so much for listening to this very special episode of Got Faded Japan. You know what to do. Go to the show, buy Anvil stuff, support the band. Anvil's fucking awesome. We support Anvil. Anvil, we're not worthy. We're not
Yeah,
worthy.
hey, March 2nd, be sure to be there for March 2nd. It's my fucking birthday, man.
Shut up. Are you serious? I'm gonna put a heart on that right here. March
Yeah,
2nd.
March 2nd.
Boom.
And hey, man, it's the same birthday as John Bon Jovi.
Really? Oh no. Oh God, you guys are both eating cake at the same time. Oh man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll definitely be there. All right, 2 nights of Anvil. Let's rock and roll, man. All right. Thank you, Lips. All right, Faders. See you next time. Peace.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Whoa. Look at all this. Hey, what's up? I'm Johnny, aka the SPILT Ink, the one and only, and today I'm going to make a popsicle painting. I'm really excited to do this. I've got all my paints here. It takes about this much paint to make a popsicle painting, and I've got my two other most important ingredients. Very strong hot coffee. Oh, actually, that's not that hot, but still, it's strong coffee. And I've got punk rock music. With these two things, nothing could go wrong. All right, with that said, let's rock.